All right, we're gonna go ahead with the presentation.
You want me in here?
Yeah, I'd like to thank John Snyder, my stakeholder, for being available for me to have this presentation today. This presentation is over tooling management for quality improvement. All right, a little bit of background. Um, Company name Nexan Amber Cable, founded in 1899 with Washburn and Moore Manufacturing Company of Worcester, Massachusetts. Joined several other wire and barbed wire manufacturing companies from American Steel and Wire Company. In February, Nexan was acquired in 2012 in February. A new and exciting chapter for Amber Cable began as the company was acquired at that time by Nexan, which is known as the second largest cable company in the world. Um, when the sale of Amber Cable was completed, Mr. Hogan, after 28 years with the company, stepped down as president and CEO, and Rodney Cole, who served as the Amber Cable's vice president of operations since 1995, was named the new company president. Um, the reason for this project was that operators are now faced with tooling issues that has created a problem for quality and on-time delivery of our products. The purpose of this project is to control the mishandled tooling issues. The problem is the tooling is scattered everywhere without being cleaned and placed back in its proper location, which once the tooling has been used, operators are back in training and inspecting and cleaning the tooling to be used on further applications that become repetitious. This project will help to establish the overall responsibilities of the operator to ensure proper cleaning, inspecting, and storage practices for extrusion tooling. The impact of this is not having the right tooling available for the job, costly to the company, which has caused downtime and lower the statistics on on-time delivery. Um, Therefore, wrong tooling management can be a source of, like I said, lost time, quality, cost. It is obvious to expect without proper proper handling of the tooling, the impact it leads to losing valuable clients due to getting the product out on time. This can also result in the company's reputation on delivering quality cable on time. Most of the tooling problems, the operators are not taking care of the tooling, not properly trained, again on cleaning and storage, leaving tooling out for next operators to handle. Operators spend too much time in cleaning without cleaning the left out tooling. And now we're faced with supervisors that having to question operators about their downtime due to tooling. And there is not I don't know how I got that a proper tooling list at the machine for documentation. So this all gonna go into play on trying to get a better tooling system out here at Amber Cable, Nexan Amber Cable. The method research that I use with mostly with observation. I kind of watched the change out on different machines. Check to see if correct cleaning methods was used. Check to see if tooling was being inspected and placed back in its locations, and seeing just basically seeing how tooling was being handled. Uh, the questions that I went around and asked the operators was that how often and this is also found back in Appendix A in the back of the report. Um, the questions I was asking the operator was how often do you have tooling changes? Do you clean the tooling after each use? Do you put the tooling back in its location? How often you find unclean tooling? How often do you find misplaced or laying around tooling? Have you been trained on how to properly clean tooling? do you know the location where the tools are to be stored? Or do you have any, and I asked some of them, did they have any comments that would help in controlling this tooling management? And most of the operators was mainly like, well, we clean the tooling, we kind of put them back, but after doing some researching and putting these questionnaires together, I found out it was something different. Most of the results that I found, like according to the research that I conducted, I found that most operators have more than one tool a day. Therefore, the operators are more in contact with the tooling than normal, so which leads to tooling being cleaned sometimes, but almost never put back properly. The operators have been trained, they say, on how to clean tooling and the location of the placements, knowing where to place the tooling back. So, like I said, results is showing in this chart. I found that 37%, from my research, like 37% of the tooling was stored most of the time. Most of the unclean tooling I found came out 25% of the operators were cleaning the tooling. 17% of the operators were saying the tooling was clean. And the 21% was at the tooling changes per day. So we get that was due to having more of the short order. So we was getting a little bit more tooling changes at the time. But the operator, like I said, operators having more tooling changes. Sometimes the tooling was clean, but never put back in its location. Operators say they have been trained on how to and where to how to clean and put their own tooling back, and tooling is being left out by previous operators. That is saying that the operators, that was what I'm talking about in my research, operators was complaining about the previous operator leaving tooling out, not being cleaned and put back in the location. That was causing them to have longer setup times, having to clean and find the right tool and making sure it was in the location. Most of the time, the tool wasn't in the spot where it's supposed to be. It was in a different hole location. There are concerns with tooling storage area, and that's mainly what that was. Most of the tooling, that's not all the tooling storage areas look like, but that's a general idea of some of the areas. Unclean tooling, some of these right here, they're just tooling just scattered everywhere. And I mean, you can see right there that you ain't taking care of no tooling, and you know that for a fact. A recommended plan of action I'll consider was dealing with the process engineers, assisting tooling control with disposition and questionable tooling, having to inspect the tooling for damages, oversee the replacement for any tooling that has either been damaged or resized. And to keep a master tooling list that is up to date with any changes or additional deletions. So that tooling list would help out a bunch, because then that'll give y'all the opportunity to know whether to replace tooling or check for damaged tooling to get it replaced, or having to purchase new tooling. But having an up-to-date list would probably be good, which some you could consider, because it's kind of hard to manage it. But I mean, at the same time, it's up to the operator to give you some good input on what tooling you need, and to keep a good log of it probably would help with tooling selection. But for the supervisors, they to ensure that the operators are properly returning thoroughly clean tooling to the designated tooling storage area. That goes on with a lot of monitoring. I know things is getting a little tight out there, but this could help with tooling management, because operators, the supervisors can go around and make sure or question operators on whether they have cleaned or tooling back or, walk through. They seen tooling hanging around, get them to clean it and put it back in the location. Uh, Mainly the criteria for these recommendations of facilities and equipment. What I was considering that the location would be, the location would be at the job, training rooms that we have on site, and on-hand demonstrations on how to handle and correctly put back tools. Scheduling will be done mainly prior to the shifts. And since we on swing shifts out there, maybe mainly like we normally be doing after each shift. And the cost of the project would be, very little. Somewhere in the ballpark, $100 to $200, depending on handling equipment. All equipment we need would probably be slideshows and projector screens and tooling from the machinery to show how to actually clean tooling, what to use like the brass copper, not to be using nothing with steel. Urgency, kind of want to get this in effect somewhere the first of the year if possible, to get the operators on mainstream on proper tooling handling. I think over the time, this knowledge will show gains in the company, bottom line budget. Again, time is the only problem that we have right now in our location, and I feel that it's probably the most urgent to get solved because tooling has become one of the company's main reasons for downtime and quality due to dye marks and what else we call the dye drools, things of that nature. Now, further in my research, during the further research, I believe that this research was needed to fully understand the magnitude of the tooling problem. There's a lack of operator monitoring and tooling logs that can be evaluate the reasons behind the tooling issues. But I can conclude that this is the best solution at this point in time because of the constant observation of tooling being returned. So, what you think about that?